Welcome to this edition of Collier Focus. On today's show, we'll take a look at the Board of County Commissioners meeting. Representative Matt Hudson updates the board on his bill to change health departments to county agencies. And the board considers what to do with code enforcement lien amounts inherited by new owners. I'm Troy Miller. We'll cover these stories and more next on Collier Focus. Stay tuned.
Whether reporting on the latest news stories or hot issues, taking a look at county government services, or announcing what's happening around the county, this is Collier Focus, bringing government home.
At the recent Board of County Commissioners meeting, the commissioners received a telephone report from State Representative Matt Hudson regarding House Bill 1263, which would give control of local health departments exclusively to county governments. 2 years ago, a bill passed the Florida Senate that ordered the health department to do a structural review, and they presented that plan in January of 2011. This year, they've asked Representative Hudson to sponsor their reorganization bill.
The bill that I proposed does a few things. First of all, the health department is identified in a couple of different statutes, a lot of different statutes, but in two basic statutes. Chapter 20, which identifies kind of their mission, if you will, and then Chapter 381, which is kind of the majority of everything else. And it streamlines and cleans up a tremendous amount of things within Chapter 381. For instance, as an example, I bet you didn't know that the Surgeon General had the power to eminent domain property. Well, oddly, they didn't know they had the power to eminent domain property, and so since they had never used it, we went ahead and took out that provision. A lot of things that most people would go, really, that's kind of odd, let's clean that up. And so we did that. When it came to the county health departments, what we looked at was what are our challenges with county health departments. We've got big counties, we've got small counties, we've got some counties that the only form of health care in a particular county is the county health department. Now, we are very blessed in Collier County to have, number one, what I consider to be one of the best county health department directors in the state of Florida, and Dr. Joan Kofer, but also we have the blessing of having a lot of resources in the community to be able to access care. We have a couple of very good hospital systems, a number of clinics and so forth that a lot of other counties do not have. And so this bill was also targeting kind of holistically at the state level some of the challenges we fare. You know, if you look, and I'm sure Dr. Kofer has probably shared with you individually in meetings prior, Collier County, it's no great mystery, we are the number one county in the state for health outcomes. Well, the bottom 25 counties in the state are all rural counties. 8 of those counties don't even have a hospital. And so part of my process for looking at this bill was how best we provide for greater access to health care in our rural communities around the state of Florida. Because the paradigm that we see along the coast is not necessarily the paradigm that they see inland or in North Florida. And so the thought process was, look, how can I give a local individual county more home rule to be able to allow them to recognize the individual needs of their community? I would argue that nobody knows Collier County and their particular areas of Collier County better than a local elected official in that regard. And so my thought process was very simply, let me provide more home rule to the individual counties to be able to provide better access and affect health outcomes in their individual communities.
The commissioners listened to Representative Hudson's presentation, asked questions, but took no official action against or in support of House Bill 1263. We will keep you posted on that bill as it moves through the Florida Senate. The commissioners took more action designed to combat potential blight as a result of the tough economy and the foreclosure crisis. The current ordinance saw fines waived when a foreclosed property was sold, but new fines on existing violations would start to accrue for the new owner immediately. Code Enforcement Director Diane Flagg explains the changes the board made to the ordinance.
The current resolution that the board has is that fines, the board typically waives all the fines for a property that is in compliance prior to new ownership. Once new ownership takes place, in assistance of incentive of new owners is that they only assess the fines once the new owner takes ownership of a foreclosed property. The change that took place today is that the fines will not begin to accrue until 30 days following the new ownership. So it gives a new owner, an investor, 30 additional days to bring a foreclosed property into compliance.
The board's action goes into effect immediately. The Commissioners approved a special treatment development plan for the Gordon River Greenway Park that will allow for the construction in the park of restrooms, storage areas, parking, lighting, and other facilities necessary to operate a park. The Gordon River Greenway Park will be a passive park that will be starting construction later in 2012. More homes and businesses may be coming to the Golden Gate Estates area soon. The board approved changes to the Orange Tree PUD development that will clear the way for 1,000 homes and will also allow for many new businesses. Previously, the Orange Tree development was allowed 2,100 homes, and that number has now been increased to 3,150 homes. The amount of commercial space was capped at 60,000 square feet, and that number has now been increased to 332,000 square feet. The change to the PUD received the 4 votes needed to pass, with Commissioner Tom Henning in opposition to the change. The board heard a public petition from Chris Tobin, president of the International Association of Firefighters Local 2396, Collier Professional Firefighters and Paramedics, about the benefits of consolidating fire districts here in Collier County. The Commissioners agreed to bring the item back at the next meeting and hear Mr. Tobin's entire presentation. We will give you a full report on the next Collier Focus. On Friday, February 17th, the Collier County Emergency Management Department hosted the Collier County Wildfire Roundup. The Collier County Sheriff's Office, the Florida Forest Service, Collier Public Schools, EMS, the City of Naples, the City of Marco, and many other relevant agencies participated in this event, which is designed to make sure the county is prepared for wildfires. Changing resources, changes in personnel, and new mutual and aid policies were just some of the topics that were discussed. Now, if you want information on how to get your home prepared for the wildfire season, go to collierem.com. Specialist in Urologist was named the Collier County Business of the Month. Dr. William Figgenstaller heads up that office and employs 300 people. He has been practicing in town for 15 years. We here at Collier Focus want to congratulate Specialist in Urology, the February Business of the Month. Now let's take a look at some upcoming Collier County government meetings. The following meetings are all held in the board meeting room on the 3rd floor of the main administration building, 3299 Tamiami Trail East at the Collier County Government Center unless otherwise indicated. On Thursday, February 23rd at 9 a.m., the Code Enforcement Board will meet. And on Tuesday, February 28th at 9 a.m., the Board of County Commissioners will meet in regular session. For more information on Collier County government or to inquire about other meetings that have been scheduled since the taping of this program, contact the Communication and Customer Relations Department at 252-8383 or via email troymiller@colliergov.net. You can also click on our website at colliergov.net for more information. Now, let's take a look at some of the many fun and interesting programs being offered through the Collier County Parks and Recreation Department. After School Adventures offers parents a safe and fun environment for their children when school is not in session. The program is for children from ages 5 to 12 and runs weekdays from 2:40 p.m. to 6 p.m. from January 2nd to June 2nd. The program is available at East Naples, Immokalee, Max Hass, Veterans, and Vineyards Community Parks, and the Golden Gate Community Center. For more information, call 252-4000. The Golden Gate Aquatic Facility offers youth aquatic lessons for children in 5 different levels based on their current abilities. There are several options for dates and times, so if you want more information on schedules and costs, call the Golden Gate Aquatic Facility at 353-7128. If you have arthritis and are looking for a low or no impact exercise, then the Golden Gate Aquatic Facility has the answer for you. Instructors for these classes are all trained by the Arthritis Foundation, and the exercises are specifically designed to give you a good workout with little or no joint impact. Classes are Fridays and Tuesdays from 11 a.m. until noon and are $5 each. If you want more information on the arthritis exercise class, call the Golden Gate Aquatic Facility at 353-7128. If you are interested in quilting, then the Naples Quilting Club is the place for you. They meet every Thursday from 1 to 3 p.m. at the East Naples Community Park, and the cost is free. If you feel like trying the tango, then sign up for ballroom dancing classes. This course will introduce and review a new dance each week, including the foxtrot, the tango, the rumba, and swing dancing. So put on your dancing shoes and meet at East Naples Community Park on Fridays from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. The cost is $5 per class. Learn how to be the best babysitter at Babysitting Boot Camp. The course is designed to teach all the basics in babysitting, including CPR and first aid training. Participants must be 11 years old and must attend all classes. For more information and costs, call 252-4000. If you're having trouble controlling your canine, then basic dog obedience may be just what you need. Using consistency, repetition, and positive reinforcement, this course helps owners learn how to communicate with their trusted companions. You will also learn handling skills, basic obedience, cues, and verbal commands. Basic dog obedience is for dogs 4 months to 10 years old. The class meets on Saturdays from 9 to 10 a.m. at Veterans Community Park. For cost information, call 252-4000. There's a whole lot more to do in Collier County not mentioned here on Collier Focus. For information regarding the location of county parks and other activities, contact the Parks and Recreation Department at 252-4000 or the Collier County Communication and Customer Relations Office at 252-8848. Well, that's all the time we have on this edition of Collier Focus. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.